smash that like, sub, and comment button. Thank you.
Press the comment button, everybody. Press the comment button.
Okay, I'm Chickadee. She, they, I am the Dungeon Master.
Hey, welcome back. I'm Red. I play Harry on this D&D adventure. If you
Hi there, I am Tex, he/him, playing Drugar, he/him. The he/him part is the part that Red has missed, and don't worry, he's playing Harry and he is Red, and they both identify as he/him as well.
I love it. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Hi, I'm Chris. Nice to meet you all. I also go by the name Cribbins online, and also, some circles around the neighborhood know me as Big Dick King. I play the character rhte Lusson. They use the pronouns they, them.
Okay, who's doing the recap today? I know we just watched
Shut
the
up.
recap.
Not it. I did it last time.
I'm a good boy. I can do the recap if you'd like.
So our party starts just a little bit outside the next town that they're going to. Walking up, getting closer, they notice that it looks pretty much the same, a bunch of stone buildings, but one big difference is that there is a moat around this one. Okay, so you guys are walking along and in the distance, another village, more stone building. It looks pretty similar, maybe a little bit bigger. As you get closer, you notice that there's like a moat around this. And so obviously the road leads up to a bridge. I don't understand some of what's happening down there. It looks like Harry jumped into the water, and I'm gonna tell you that that's a very bad idea.
Well, there's a moat.
There is a moat, and it leads up. So the road leads up to a bridge.
We're going in.
Let's just
Alright, we're walking in.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
walk in,
so
meet some
as
people.
you approach the bridge, just as whoever's in front goes to take their first step onto the bridge, someone appears in front of you and says, "I wouldn't do that if I were you." If you turn to your, like, look at this person, they are crouched down, like, squatted down, like, all of the way. They look like they have very long legs and arms. They're wearing a top hat, very scraggly gray hair underneath. They have real very, like, gaunt and sharp feet.
Hello. What cross the bridge into the village? We cannot. We are not allowed.
He'll, like, take a stick and just goes through.
Oh,
Ah.
okay. That's a neat trick.
Well,
Thank
thank you
you.
for your warning.
Well, you see, I can make the bridge real, but you must pay the
Oh,
toll.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Are you a troll?
Extorted.
Troll. Are you the
And
troll under the
what
bridge?
is the price to enter?
Gotta pay the troll toll.
Well, the price is not the gold piece. What do you offer
Something
as
else.
the toll?
Alright, you know what?
I instantly look at Latruda and go,
I got this. I'll go behind the bush for something for like 5 minutes. I'll close my eyes. It'll be over fast.
sweet.
That is not something that I'm interested in. Does anyone else
Alright.
have an offer?
I mean,
Is
we
it
are
Latruda?
here to offer our services. We are solving a mystery about the portals and the thinning of the walls between dimensions. So I believe our services would be prepaid.
That doesn't seem like it affects me very much.
I don't like this guy.
I can offer you this. I have Blink Dog Jerky.
What do
But you only get
want? What
but
do
you only get
want?
one.
Maybe what do you want? Maybe you just tell us what we want instead of us just guessing random things in the
Jugar is gonna lean in to Harry and be like, dude, I totally had him on the ropes here. Now you're trying to upsell him? When you ruined my whole strategy.
Well, we don't know. Maybe he wants a high five and we're trying to give him like gold and shit. Maybe we're the ones upselling. We have no idea.
You can give him gold.
Maybe he
shit.
just wants someone to like say we're proud of him in his dad's voice. Like we don't know what he wants.
Can you do
Is-
that?
I
Is
could
that
do
something that you could do?
Yeah, I can do that.
That will count.
Okay, I'll use prestidigitation to say I'm
Motherfucker.
proud of him in his dad's voice.
Hmm.
How do you? How do you know? I would like to hear it from Red.
Sonny boy, I'm proud of you for spending all your time making sure that folks don't cross that bridge without this happening. Good on ya.
That southern
Lad.
drawl. Love it.
Prestidigitation really dropped the ball on that one.
Wow, I'm surprised you got my dad's voice so close.
Oh, damn. Sweet.
And then
Nailed-
he'll like
nailed
wave his hand, and the bridge will like seem more solid, and he'll let you go.
I was gonna say it'll look exactly the same, right? Because we thought it was real before.
Okay, well, when he put the stick through it, you could tell it was an illusion. Sorry for
A
not
shimmer.
saying the words out loud. I thought a
Okay,
magic
gotcha.
user would understand.
Like I would know. Well, okay, but like I would know that it's an illusion, but that doesn't change what it looks like, right?
Well, if you, it doesn't matter. Just go across the fucking bridge.
Okay, I'll go across.
Click, thump, click, thump, click, thump.
Getting into town, they're not really sure what their next steps are, so they start kind of just wandering around. They find a marketplace, and of course, Drugar finds a tea vendor. So he walks up to the tea vendor, wanting to ask questions, but of course getting distracted by all of the bright colors, and so starts buying tea.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to the kind of go to the tea merchant and kind of peruse, but also hi, how are you?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm just looking over this kind of tea selection. I'm kind of new in town though. Do you mind while I peruse if I ask a couple questions?
Sure.
Great. And again, Drugar's actually looking at T2, and he's like, so we're kind of looking for, we've heard about some disappearances and reappearances that have kind of happened in this vicinity, this area recently, and we're kind of looking to either, figure out the source. Is there anywhere in town or anyone that can kind of seek out that has this type of expertise? And I go tease with the.
Expertise in like hopping, disappear. Are you trying to make someone disappear? Because I think I can make that happen.
Oh. Based on tea, or are we talking like?
I mean, come on, I'll send you to different people for different types of
Oh,
disappearances.
fair enough. I'm looking for someone who's investigating like the magical disappearances, but I'm not opposed to finding out who can make people disappear. That would be kind of cool too. I would love to know about that, both of those things.
Oh, the magic. So like the goblin that disappeared.
On the nose, you know my man Wink?
I do know Wink, or I know of Wink at least.
Oh, you know of Wink? Wink's a pretty cool cat for sure.
Yeah,
Right.
as far as I know, Wink doesn't like to travel a whole lot, but I've talked to like a lot of his friends. He seems to
Classic
talk to
Wink.
a lot of people.
He's got a bit of the gift of gab, that Wink. You know what I mean? So that's all right. But we recently shared his anniversary with Rusa, so we're kind of tight. So we're kind of BFFs. So, but anyway, yeah. Do you know anyone who was either investigating that or might have any more information about exactly where it happened or who's been looking into it at all?
Honestly, I don't know if anybody's been looking into it. I don't think anybody was really too worried about it. I know that sounds kind of callous, but sometimes
hey.
weird things just happen. A one-off story doesn't really, make us
Oh, it only
look
happened
into
once.
it.
Oh, okay, interesting. And then as I'm perusing, I'm taking like Is there any type of cool teas that we haven't bought yet? That I would notice.
You mean better than beet tea?
Oh, we got that last week. Sorry, last sesh. Awesome. Yeah. Anything other than BT? Any specialty teas that I'm looking for that I can see?
I
can ask
like,
the person.
I feel like Drugar
Yes.
might be drawn to like brightly colored things.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
definitely.
I think the one that he's drawn to most here, one that has a bright blue box on it.
Hell yeah.
There would also be like a few other brightly colored ones, a bright pink.
He will pick up all 3 of those boxes and kind of look at them and be like, "So what are these? These speak to me."
Well, the pink one is a love potion.
Perfect. Great.
The green one will bring you fortune.
Okay.
And the blue one, honestly, I just think this one's pretty cool. It just turns a really bright blue, and then if you add like lemon juice to it, it turns purple.
Cool. And now Drugar is wondering if this person's full of shit. Because actually, would I know? No. Drugar wants to believe these things. Great. How much for the 3 of them? Do I get a discount or something for if I buy more boxes than one?
He goes to grab his coin purse, and the tea vendor says, "I'm not interested in your coin. I want your secrets." So as you reach for your coin purse, she'll put her hand out. No, no, no. Your coin is no good here. I like things like secrets.
Okay. I got one for you.
Okay.
All right. Do I have to tell you it first before we make this deal, or can I put these in my pocket?
Well, I need to know that the secret is worthy of.
This lad recently was possessed by a coin, a demon from a coin. And no one knows about it other than him and then my other colleague there with us with the wooden stump.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll see her kind of like looking into the air. That one's okay.
Nailed
I'll
it.
need another.
Okay. Drugar will lean in and say, "Not many people know this, but I'm also trying to learn how to play the banjo." Looking at my character sheet for anything that's cool. Guess what? I have another one after this if it fails.
So again, you'll see her like looking. Just another small one.
I got one.
Okay, great.
You need it. When I was a young wizard, my master was incredibly abusive towards me and the other apprentice, and it eventually came to a head where I murdered him and burned down the house that we lived in.
That one would have paid for all 3.
Dude,
Would you like
Dude,
to pick another?
Sure,
another tea?
yeah, throw another one in.
And then they finally get to asking the actual questions. She's not particularly helpful. She doesn't have any extra information about any disappearances or anything like that, but says that maybe the best place to check for more information would be the tavern, and points them in the direction of that.
One last thing before I go, since with that sweet juicy secret, do you guys have like a mayor or like a people who enforce the laws here, or someone that we can speak with?
Finally.
I was trying to play it slow, but then I got real distracted by the teats. That we can maybe get some information about the goblin disappearance.
We don't really have law enforcement. We kind of
Force law
just make our own rules. Every one of us, and just kind of how it goes.
Sweet.
But maybe checking out like the tavern might get somebody in there who has. I think I
Fantastic.
pretty much have the same story everybody else does.
Great. And is there a last one? I'll leave you alone. Is there a place that has any type of enchanted items that we can maybe peruse if we're looking to trade some good secrets?
What kind
Like,
of item?
Honestly, I don't really know. I just kind of want to see what they have. If it's something that and Harry here's been trying to speak with animals, so something that can maybe help him beat that, or something that will perhaps make my colleague here move a little faster. Things of that nature.
I don't know so much about things like that. I think the stuff around here is less potent.
Gotcha.
Excuse me, one more thing before we go.
Okay,
What do you do with the secrets that are told to you?
that's my little.
Offer her keys back for that secret.
When they walk in, they see the bartender, and the bartender does not look like anything that they've seen before. So you can walk over to the tavern. It's not a walk; it's a very small village. When you go in, it looks like your average little tavern, and it's stone walls. It has a sign outside of foamy beer on it.
Very excited.
And when you walk in, it's all put in for round tables, bench, longer tables. There aren't a whole lot of people in here, being that it's midday. It is kind of dark. It's lit only by a few torches. And there is, like, a large, goblinoid-looking person, but not a goblin, not an orc. You're not really sure. You haven't seen someone who looks quite like this before.
Like a
Latruda
green,
would
green
probably
person.
have feelings about this.
Okay. So it's like a green person, but it doesn't match an orc or a goblin.
Yeah, it's just, you'd assume it's also a goblinoid. It's just not one you've seen.
All right. Well, Druger will definitely do it. It's when you unintentionally stare at someone because you're like looking at them and you're like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like, either they look good or they look a little different than what you expect.
So
So
they got some
so
cool
you, like,
clothes on.
yeah. So you're kind of like, and then you realize you're staring. But I feel like Drugar wouldn't realize ever that he's staring, and you'll just keep staring him down. But not like in a I'm gonna fight you, like a huh.
It's the reason I'm not allowed in park anymore. I know what you mean.
Right?
So like when you walk in, he's been turned away from you, kind of like cleaning glasses. And so he'll turn around and he'll see you looking at him. And he's gonna kind of just like look back with like almost the exact same expression.
My type of dude.
And then he'll like, what are you?
I was just about to ask you the same question. You know what I am? I'm about to be your best friend.
Okay, let's be best friends then.
I'm Drugar, and I'm a half orc. Sorry, I forgot what I was. I'm like, wait, am I full orc? No, I didn't go that way. I'm a half orc. What are you?
I'm a goblin.
Damn, he's tall, right?
Oh yeah, he's like the same, like he's
Yeah.
big like you.
There's no way you're a goblin. Goblins are short, unless you're like come from great lineage.
No, I'm a goblin too.
Shit, that's awesome. Does he know? I mean, Drugar believes him. That's so cool. So your parents were both goblins,
Yeah.
and were they your height?
One of them was. One of them was small.
Okay, was
Which
hopefully the
one?
one that? Yeah, that's gonna be my question because I'm like, hopefully the tall one was your mother, or not mother, or your entity that gave birth to you. Were you born?
Do goblins have eggs or spores, or is it?
That's actually that's an honest question. Are they like?
How do they procreate?
Well,
It's
now I
actually-
feel like I want to make it interesting. Leading Trugar to ask, like, were both of your parents big? And he says, no, my mom was small, my dad was big.
Not how they procreate.
My mom's the small one.
Jesus. Okay, now we need to know. So
I'm gonna whisper to Drugar. Mom was a bit of a size queen.
I just don't even know where to go next. I guess Drugar would be like, huh. Because like, so I guess for Drugar, you know, the half orc is like a human orc kind of thing. So I guess that would be kind of more traditional, I suppose. So I guess he would assume everything's traditional. So he'd be like, so your mom gave birth to you? This is your chance to identify how you want goblins.
Not like the
procreate.
same way that like a cow gives birth, but like
okay.
she like provided her half of the equation as well as
Okay.
my father.
Great. And you were just grown like a bird, from a egg, like a bird.
Kind
I think
of.
it's they use a
kind of
bucket.
like that.
Neat. So and they were both, and you said you're both goblins. That's really cool. Well, I've never seen a goblin that as tall as you. This is really nice. Nice to meet you. What's your name? You knew it was coming. We're gonna be best friends.
Ruggle.
Gruggle.
Ruggle.
Man, your parents didn't give you a chance, eh?
It's a family name. Excuse
Oh.
me. But eventually, Drugard buys a round of drinks.
You know, Gruggle, I am so sorry for my friends. Are you open for pay? Okay, first and foremost, do we pay you in secrets for drinks? Do you take money here? What's your rules? How do we follow your rules in this establishment?
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret because it seems like you might be new here.
Oh yeah, by the way, we're new here.
Nobody here is gonna take your money. They don't really care for the like coins. Some will ask for favors. Some will want to play a game with you.
I have a question about that because it seems very related to how the Fae work, even though you're goblins. But are you like a form of Fae creature? Would the coins actually like burn you in the way that like metal, like iron, like interacts with Fae?
Gosh, iron. You always say it weird.
Iron.
I don't think it burns any of us.
Okay, I was just curious.
I suppose there's one way to find out.
Not with the point.
Well, I don't want to do that. I don't want. I'll make fun of their names, but I don't want to cause them any physical distress.
Emotional is more
Sticks and
his
stones,
bag.
right?
Yeah, more about the emotional abuse.
Okay, so what's your type of currency?
I like stories.
Well, I got a story for you. I was just hoping to get maybe a round about a new drink that we developed, which is what my story is going to be about, as well as maybe any information do you know about a goblin disappearing and reappearing around this area? Do you know what the goblin's name is? Was it you?
Well, it certainly wasn't me. I do know the story, but what's your story?
Kind of already know your story though.
Yeah, but you're asking for more information about.
How do I know you have more?
Oh, believe me,
Because
I
I have two very good stories.
I think the information that I'm gonna give you is the best information you're gonna get.
Sounds good. Good, works for me. And then I'm gonna tell them the story about how we created the Jaeger bombs, what the Jaeger bombs are. So we went to a
Just-
bar, how to create it.
Before you get started, if you're okay omitting me from stories you tell, if that is okay.
Oh sure, yeah, no. So how we created a Jaeger bomb, and hopefully now it can be brought here to you for you to use and sell as an attraction to the new folks.
And so Drugar pays with a story, gets their pays for their drinks, but also for a little bit of information. The information that Grugel gives them is that goblin in the corner is actually the friend of the goblin who disappeared. Like, okay, my information is so good because that goblin in the corner over there is the guy who was with the guy who disappeared.
No shit. What's that goblin's name?
That goblin's name is Gat.
I guess it's very visible that Latria is quite uncomfortable right here.
Probably.
I have planned out all exits, all potential weapons that could be used in the bar. I am on edge.
So I'll approach Gat
Sure.
Or
So
we will.
he's sitting there. He's just like, relaxed.
Hello, sir. My name is Drugar, and I'd like to buy you a drink.
Okay.
Great, good story. Already bought it, so it's coming on over. It's called a Jaeger bomb. I'll
Ooh,
describe
that
what it
sounds
is.
fancy.
I do. Having said that, Gat, I'll be honest with you. This drink does come with a couple of strings.
What would that be?
I just need to know. We heard about your disappearance and reappearance, your friend's disappearance and reappearance near this area, regarding like maybe a portal or something like that. And I was just hoping over the drink that you'd be able to kind of share some details with us, because the stories we've heard so fascinating, but they kind of, it was more of a high end, overview of the story. And I'd like to get some nitty gritty details as to what you had.
So I've told this story about 1,000,000 times. Honestly, I'm sure you got my side of the story. So we're on our way from Gamor to here. My buddy went off to take a leak, and then I heard it stop, and he never came back out of the bushes. So I walked in there. There was like an open space that I don't think was there before. But my buddy was gone. I tried looking around for a little bit, and he wasn't there. So I just decided to continue on, maybe try to find some help. We had a couple people come back, help me look, still didn't find any trace of him. So I just continued on my way, the way that we were going to be going, hoping that he would eventually show up. It to the next, the city over there. I don't know if you know about it, but heard the story. I'm sure you have. So I made it to that city, and I was doing business, and then he just showed up in that city. He told me that was taking a leak, and then he was still taking a leak, but he was somewhere else that looked kind of the same, but not the same. He'd never been there before, wherever it was. But, he came back out of the bushes, and I wasn't there. And then I guess he wandered for a bit, and then suddenly he just popped back. And so he kind of recognized that area, because back here, wherever here is, compared to there.
Mhm.
And then he realized that he was near that city, and he's like, oh, like, my buddy is probably looking for me. Maybe he's made it to that city. We ended up finding each other, and yeah, that's the story.
Interesting. So your buddy was fine when he went into the bushes, and then while he was peeing, it kind of looked up and he wasn't where he was, or
Well, he said that he had like this feeling of being like taken somewhere.
okay. Just wanted to see if you did. If not, we'll keep the alcohol flowing, and we'll wait for yagak.
It looks like we are stuck in here for the remainder of the day, then, I suppose.
If you'd like to sneak out and look at around, like I can chill, wait for yagak, and drink with my new friends.
There is just a couple of questions that I have regarding the story. How long was Yagak gone for?
I mean, it would have taken me over a week. I don't know. Math is hard, dude.
And how long did Yagak think that he was missing for?
I never really asked him that. I just figured it'd be different.
I am unsure of time dilation through portals of different dimensional planes, but maybe?
Well, I guess you'll have to ask him. So your insight, you think that he's telling the truth, but you do get the feeling that he's sick and tired of telling this story over and over again. And he's like a little annoyed.
That's fair.
And You also get the feeling that the reason that he's sick and tired of telling the story is because like he doesn't have the whole story. So people like start giving him the third degree. Like so with like every question that he gets asked, he gets like a little bit more annoyed.
So
Anyway.
Latruda is gonna just go for a
Oh.
wander.
I just realized I never brought your drinks over. Okay, so
Oh, we do as well.
yeah, we're so at this point, Bull is gonna walk over and be like, "I'm so sorry that took so long. I had to brew the coffee." So he's gonna put down the tray of drinks. There are enough shots for everyone, because Drugar said that he was going to take Latruda's, but there is also a cup of like a very light yellow hot liquor. And he's gonna say, I noticed you were like a little uneasy, and so I brought you a cup of chamomile.
Aww.
Kind of sus. What's in that?
I pick it up and smell it.
Smells exactly like.
And a little bit of urine. Or
We-
spit.
Can we get an insight and see if they're trying to poison Latruda?
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Everyone can insight.
Yeah,
Okay.
+5,
Good.
baby!
Because I just want to roll.
21.
Woo! 17.
Oh, I got 20.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm shocked too.
Chamomile tea. He's not trying to poison. A round was paid for and somebody wasn't getting the drink. They noticed that chamomile tea
Alright, well,
brought a round of drinks.
that was very kind of them, and I'm starting to understand why they're having this. I don't think this bar is going to be open for a very long time. They take stories for payment and give out free teas. Like, I feel like
How'd
the
you-
business model is a little lacking.
And they decide they're just going to wait for Yagak. So Harry and Drugar stay behind to wait. Latruda, wanting to blow off some steam, kind of take their mind off of the fact that they are in yet another mostly goblinoid town, goes out to find something active to do.
So Latruda is going to quickly drink the tea, and then they're gonna get up and leave briskly.
Okay.
And head out into the village. And Latruda is pretty much looking for a place for them to like blow off steam. Is there like, does it look like there's anything active to do, or I don't know. Is there a fight club? Is there?
You wander a little bit, and you see kind of like an open field area, where there are various types of people kicking a ball around. So you could like ask to join them, perhaps.
With your stump. Joy.
What is this? Why are you kicking this ball?
It's just for fun.
Is there a goal?
It's
It's
just
just a
for
ball.
fun. Fun is a goal.
I hate this place.
Is there a game you know how to play with a ball?
There is. Have you? Oh, what would? It is called egg goal.
Okay, how do you play?
So there are. You draw a line on one side and a line on the other side, and each team has to try and get the egg onto the other side of the line. But you need to touch the egg onto the floor with both hands.
And like roll
you
it
can
with your.
No, it is like about yay big.
Oh, you like hold it
Yes,
and then you run instead of kicking it.
yes.
And the
I'm trying to
ball's the
describe
egg?
rugby.
Football? Oh, I was gonna say football or rugby. I
Yeah, I
was
wasn't
on one of these.
entirely sure, and it did take me a little longer than it should have to figure it out. But that's okay because right now I'm a child, so it's okay.
Oh, these are children.
Some
Yeah.
of them are. There's children, there's adults, there's like all types of like all races, all ages. There's just like full kicking a ball around.
You know what? Let me teach you how to play, and I'm gonna spend like a few hours just teaching them how to play rugby.
Yeah, okay.
I'm also like trying to get the biggest people like involved as well. You know, everyone seems so happy and friendly. I'm sure I could get some adults involved.
Oh yeah. There's definitely adults around. You get the feeling that some of them are parents, but some of them are also just like there to play the game, have fun.
I'm just tackling the big ones, just throwing them around.
Okay. Most of them are okay with this. Some of them
Causing their childhood trauma.
like so some of them
No, not the
when
kids.
when you
Adults.
tackle them, they'll like get up and like like rub their arm and kind of like move to the sidelines for a
Wow,
bit.
dick.
But most of them will just like they'll try to like tackle you back and stuff. Meanwhile, Yagak shows up, sits down, joins the table. Latruda shows up shortly afterwards. And then another little goblin will walk in and like look at the table and be confused why there are so many people at it, but kind of like slink over and like plop themselves down beside Gak.
Yagak, what the heck, man? Where you been?
Yo, we've been waiting.
I've been working. So Latruda can show up like at any time whenever they
Yeah,
want to like
Latruda,
walk
like,
in.
Limps in, just slightly bloodied, covered in dirt, panting a little bit. Ah, that was fun. And just plonk down next to the
And they get the information from Yagak that they're looking for, which is more about the information from wherever Yagak disappeared to. Okay, so what do you want to know?
I turn to Latruda.
I lean. I'm kind of new goblin face around. I'm like suspicious once again, and especially with the attitude, I get like the the frustration. I'm gonna just lean on the table a little bit and be like, I know you've told this story maybe 1,000 times. We kind of get the gist of the main bit. It's just details that we would like to know. You know, things that Gat can't really place. So how long do you think you were gone when you went? Where did you go? You went into the woods for.
Oh, I went to take a pee, and
Okay.
I somewhere else. As far as how long I was gone, probably about 4 days.
Okay, Gat seems to think you were gone for a week.
Oh, I don't think so. The last order of business that Latruda would like to take care of is the fact that they'd like to see the cart of the goods that these two goblins are carrying around, making sure that there wasn't like a magical item that disappeared Yagak and it is closer to like what they've experienced.
So do you have like a wagon or a cart?
Oh yeah.
Can
But
we
that-
check that out?
What are you looking for?
I don't know. This is probably more Harry's point of call, being a detective and all.
It's true, I'm a detective.
It's like recluse.
Yeah, that's what we should do first is look for clues.
It is
As a-
just to make sure that everything
Detective.
was, accidental.
We don't want you disappearing again, Yak.
I mean-
That's what we're getting
Yeah.
at.
I mean, the cart was with Jack though.
Do you remember seeing any scorch marks?
He'll like pause for a second and kind of like think back. Like maybe I definitely like showed up in a very circular clearing. There might have been scorch marks or something.
Yeah, I am just curious about
I'm gonna be
just
afraid
anything.
of you now.
that we can get clues for. So if you could direct us to your cart, so we can have a look.
Yeah, so you guys can get a couple more rounds with, and then Gak will tell you that he's going to go and pull the cart up. Gone for a couple of minutes.
Oh, I would like to go with you, please.
Don't know about that.
Fine.
I mean, I respect the man who's trying to.
I
protect
follow.
his business.
Wait. Do I have message? I don't have message.
I'll distract Gat with it. You know.
Can I? Are Latruda and I sitting next to each other?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to whisper to Latruda. Can you send Fox to follow?
I can do, but Fox doesn't really have a way of telling me if he drops a stash or something.
Oh, you think he's
Really?
trying to hide something that?
I
you
think there
might-
may be something on the wagon they do not want us to see.
You can't talk to Fox.
I can, but it's a fox.
Can Drugar hear that? I can, guys. Guys, I can. Don't worry about it.
You can. Okay, so now that Drugar's done that, our secret conversation is no longer secret.
I can.
Well, Yagak's left like it's been about 6 or 7 seconds, so now I'm
It'll
going
be
to
Gat.
leave.
Yeah, it'll be Gat who you didn't need to worry about. He seems like an idiot. So you.
True. Fair.
That's coming from Druga.
Yeah, that's coming from Drugar. Actually, Drugar's telling Gat how he can speak with animals. That's how he's distracting him. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I did. Yeah, tie him up. Okay. How do you want to? Physically tie him up? Yeah, I'll tell me. You know what? I started with the fox, but then I started talking to birds, and they started understanding me. I got a squirrel to grab a nut once, I think. It's been a good time.
Okay,
Man.
so Yagak's gonna actually walk back in through the door, and then he's gonna be like, I have had too much to drink. How am I supposed to bring the cart back? Gat, go get the cart.
Oh, Gat knows where it is? Gat, do you need some extra muscle as Drugar kind of floats out? And tells
Gat's
him
gonna
how
like
awesome.
look at Yagak, and Yagak's gonna be like,
Like, this guy. Oh, you don't? He doesn't need help. All right, well, I'll hang out with Yagak. So Yagak, I can actually talk with animals, and I'll distract him instead.
okay, so
Well,
Gat's
Latruda
now
might
going
try.
to leave. However, of course, Latruda does sneak out and follow under the ruse of hitting the bathroom.
I'm
Sweet.
just going to go for a piss, because too much tea.
Be careful.
In there.
And they follow without being caught, and they see Gat pick up and pull out a cart that they hadn't seen. It was invisible or hidden in some way. So you are able to follow Gat without him noticing you. He goes into what looks like an empty, like, for lack of a better word, stable.
Okay.
And then he bends to pick something up, and he walks out, and a cart comes out behind him.
What the fuck?
And-
The cart was not visible.
Correct.
He picked something up, and then the cart just appeared.
No, he bent down to like pick something up, and
Oh,
then
to
he
pick
pulls,
the cart up.
and the cart comes out.
Oh.
He pulls the cart out from what looks empty.
Well, I'm gonna let him pass by and go to the tavern then, and then I'm gonna investigate this little area. Well, I'd probably begin with a waft.
So you do that, and like nothing happens, and doesn't hit anything.
And then probably just walk around the area. Like the tracks from the cart, the tracks to the cart suddenly stop, or can you see the tracks all the way?
It doesn't matter what direction you look at it from. It just looks like an empty, like, stable, or empty, like, I don't know, parking place. With a lot of tracks. Like, you can see that, like, a lot of, like, carts have been or maybe one cart over.
I'm just gonna like step in where it was. Just I can't feel anything, or
Can't
can I
feel
see
anything.
any runes or circle or?
Okay, do an investigation.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a 6 plus 5, 11. Wait, is my investigation plus 5? No, it's plus 4, 10.
Yeah, you don't see any marking or anything that aren't just like wear and tear. Side speed. So back at the tavern, Harry and Drugar start checking out the cart. Harry does a little bit of a vibe check, not finding anything on the cart, but does get a slight ping from Gat's pocket. Drugar finds nothing but the goods in the back. It's mostly like foodstuffs.
We're gonna go check out the cart, see what's going on,
Yeah,
see if there's
do
anything
it.
sus, and you know, not to tell Harry his business, but if he can get an aura of anything saucy from it.
I can do that. I can sense auras.
Any magical stuff.
So your Arcana check, you walk around, you do your like stand there, close your eyes, feel vibes. You get no vibes. This very mundane cart. You do, however, get like the slightest ping from Gat's pocket. Oh, and as far as investigation, you just see a cart. It has like a tarp over the top of it. If you look inside, it's just like foodstuffs. When Lutrita comes back, they decide that they're going to also try to take a more mundane look. And they do find something hidden, but it was just a dagger, nothing special, nothing magical.
Can I like feel like around the bottom of the cart? I'm feeling for like anything that's been like stuck, or you know, like a compartment or something.
Yeah, sure. You notice some like general wear and tear to it, and then you notice like one like large crack in the bottom of it.
Can I put my finger in the crack?
Yeah, okay. So you put your finger in the crack, and
That face.
you take 1 point of piercing damage.
Ooh.
Oh,
If
and you thought you were the one piercing.
If you
What?
if you're
Weren't
like
you piercing it?
if you move around carefully though, you can feel like the hilt of a dagger.
And holding it like between my finger and thumb, like interesting.
I mean, we have to protect ourselves somehow when we're on the road.
I mean, it makes sense.
So, did you find anything that might explain why I disappeared, or?
Well, the cart itself seems to be able to disappear.
Yes, kind of. Not quite that. Harry does ask about the fob, which is the ping that they got, or that he got from Gat's pocket.
What's that thing you got in your pocket?
Who are you talking to? Gat?
The ping thing.
That's like my fob.
Oh, it's like the keys for the cart.
Not for the cart, but for where we keep the cart.
Oh, okay.
How exactly did you know that was there? Meanwhile, Yagak's like looking at him like, why did you, why?
I'm a wizard. I'm the wizard Harry.
Honestly, I don't know how it works. I just use it to keep, or we use it to keep the cart safe.
So it's just something that pops it in, pops it out.
I guess so. It hides it somehow. I don't know how it works. Latruda goes in to grab a couple of rooms at the tavern, pays for them with a big juicy story, and goes right to bed. Drugar and Harry stay up drinking for a little bit.
Yeah, I believe maybe the next day we head to the area
reappearance.
where, yeah. Yes, the area of reappearance. So,
Yeah.
when we came through a portal there was no, there was no evidence of it being there. Do you think we're likely to actually find anything?
No. Not that you say it.
Yagak, when you came back into this plane, was there like something of
An identifier.
noteworthy?
Just a very circular arc.
Crop circle. Crop or circle style.
I
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have more information in the city anyway for like any power surges or anything along that nature. Though it doesn't seem anyone gives a fuck, to be honest, on this side of it.
Nope.
I would like to take Google to the side and just tell a story from my past.
Sure.
About my staff sergeant from
Okay.
training camp, and then I think that should probably cover a bit.
Yeah, like the story, like.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Tell that story, and that will for all three.
Score.
You do not repeat that story, okay?
Okay.
Oh, there is one thing I'm gonna do actually. So while we're drinking,
We drink for
Harry.
free here, so why not?
yeah. So
For
Harry,
free.
it's time.
Yes.
For your second lesson.
Speak with animals. Lesson 2.
How far into the night is this?
Probably pretty late.
Alright, Drugar, let's do it.
All right, cool.
Fox has
Now-
stayed downstairs with you as well, by the way.
Awesome. Fox, would you be so kind?
Hey,
Now
Fox.
that you've been friends and you have established the trust of communication, the next lesson is you need to look into their eyes,
Okay,
and look into their soul,
okay.
and just know and just send you your intention. Babe.
Oh.
I'm not here to hurt you, buddy.
Okay.
I'm just here to just talk and communicate, and let's be best friends.
Okay.
How close to Fox's face
I'll
are you
get-
getting?
I'm gonna get down on the floor, like flat on my belly, so that I can be like eye to eye with Fox. I'm gonna go like, "Hey Fox, how are you? Oh, I trust you," and I'm just gonna fall asleep on the floor.
Fox is just like,
And Drew Car's like, it's working.
They grab breakfast and decide that they are going to try to travel with the goblins to the next city. So you wake up the next morning. Nothing happens during the night other than you guys getting supremely drunk. Should we find out if you are hungover?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Constitution saving throw.
oh, so last night as well, Latruda like barred the door with the chair, and then used the sheet over the window,
Okay.
and then
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
slept in the middle of the room.
Okay.
Did
Did they like move the bed to the middle of the room, or did they just like throw their pack down?
Just on the pack. Just
Okay.
like, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so Harry like wakes up feeling like a little off, but shakes it pretty easily, and Drugar just wakes up feeling like another regular day.
Let's roll, baby. Do we want to see? Do we want to see if these two are going our direction? Do we want to travel with them, and see if there's any fishy, or do we want to?
I was actually thinking a similar thought. If they
Yeah.
are traveling to the city next, it may be good to have them because they know the lay of the land, and
yeah,
what's-
if they're up for it, I see no reason not to.
I'm sure they
then-
would appreciate the extra guard.
hey, thanks for checking out Chickadee D&D. If you liked what you saw, click all the buttons down below. Subscribe, like, comment, you know the drill. Also, it'd be really cool if you came and checked us out live at Chickadee93 on Twitch, where you get to participate in the conversation or watch us play D&D on campaign days. Thank you again so much. See you next time. Bye.